"Excuse me, miss," said the kind, wealthy old man named Richard Falkerson as he approached the elegant shoe store in the bustling city of Atlanta. Sheena, the young woman who worked as a sales lady, turned to face him with a warm smile, immediately captivated by the refined appearance of the gentleman before her. "Good afternoon, sir," Sheena replied politely. "Welcome to our boutique. May I assist you with anything?" Richard's eyes sparkled as he admired the exquisite shoes on display. "These shoes are truly exquisite. You have an excellent eye for selecting such beautiful pieces." "Thank you so much, sir," Sheena replied, blushing slightly at the compliment. "I'm glad you like them. They are indeed one of our finest collections." As the days went by, Richard found himself visiting the shoe store more frequently, not only for the impeccable footwear, but also to engage in delightful conversations with Sheena. With each encounter, he discovered more about the young woman's dreams and aspirations, her longing for a life of luxury that seemed just out of her reach. Unbeknownst to Richard, Sheena was skilled in the art of charming men and manipulating their emotions to her advantage. Her heart was set on acquiring Richard's vast fortune, and she saw this kind old man as her ticket to a life of opulence and extravagance. As the months went by, her deceptive tactics worked like a charm, and Richard found himself falling deeply in love with Sheena. He couldn't resist her charismatic allure and genuine interest in his life. Eventually, he mustered the courage to propose to her, believing he had found true love. Sheena accepted his proposal with feigned excitement, concealing her true intentions beneath a facade of affection. The lavish wedding took place, and Richard was overjoyed to have Sheena as his wife, believing he had found a second chance at love after the devastating loss of his wife and son in a tragic boat accident years ago. As the years passed, Sheena's true nature began to reveal itself. She engaged in numerous affairs, breaking Richard's heart repeatedly with each act of infidelity. Her greed knew no bounds, and she squandered his fortune on extravagant gambling and lavish indulgences, caring little for the consequences of her actions. Despite the pain he endured, Richard couldn't help but still love Sheena. His affection for her was unconditional, and he clung to the hope that his love could change her ways. However, Richard harbored one secret, a room within their grand mansion that was strictly off-limits to his wife. From the very beginning of their marriage, Richard had made it clear to Sheena that this room held the most precious memories of his late son. It was a place he cherished deeply, and he had promised his son on his deathbed that he would never allow anyone to enter or disturb it. "Darling, there's one room in this house that I want you to promise me never to enter," Richard had gently told Sheena shortly after they got married. "It holds the memories of my late son, and it's a place I need to keep undisturbed in his honor." Sheena, for all her flaws, had a heart that could still comprehend the gravity of such a request. "Of course, Richard," she replied, her voice softening. "I understand, and I promise I will never go into that room." Sheena's curiosity and avarice grew, convinced that this room held the key to the vast wealth she believed Richard kept hidden away. She schemed and plotted, determined to uncover the truth and claim what she believed was rightfully hers. As the years wore on, Richard's health weakened due to old age. Despite the heartache he endured from Sheena's actions, he remained devoted to her. One fateful day, Richard passed away peacefully, leaving Sheena to inherit his vast fortune. With Richard gone, Sheena's greed knew no bounds. Finally, after finding the key which was hidden beneath a floorboard, she seized the opportunity to unlock the forbidden and claim her supposed treasure. But what awaited her inside was not the wealth she had envisioned. Upon entering the room, something struck Sheena in her leg. It was a black mamba snake, startled by the intrusion, struck with deadly precision. Sheena's life came to an abrupt end, her deception and insatiable greed leading to her tragic demise. It turns out that the forbidden room was a sanctuary for Richard, a place where he reminisced about his late son, who had a pet black mamba snake. When his son tragically passed away along with Richard's wife in the boat accident, he took over the responsibility of caring for the creature, forming a unique bond with the snake. Richard had always intended to tell Sheena the story behind the forbidden room and the significance of the black mamba. However, as the years went by, his mind began to betray him. Alzheimer's disease slowly took its toll, causing his memories to fade and his thoughts to become jumbled. In the grand mansion that once held dreams of love and happiness, an eerie silence settled. Richard's pet, the black mamba, returned to its peaceful slumber, guarding the room that held secrets both potent and perilous. And so, the tale of Sheena and Richard served as a haunting reminder of the tragic outcomes that await those who seek fortune at the expense of trust and love.